What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Black 22. 57. Been a long day for you. Let's go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
First down, Vikings.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Winston. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go play action. Winston. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Winston. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here we go. Go right in. Right there. 54 Mike. I got you. Pop. Back. Then we're going to 53.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is Cook with the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Winston. And an alley to run. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the interception, here's Prescott. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 52's the mark.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Winston. Catch made here by Campbell. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will stop right around the 25.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Ready. You ready. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. You ready. Green, come with me.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston, complete. Smith has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Ready. Wait. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Stop your whining.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, count.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He's got Smith here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First down, Minnesota.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On first down, Swift, and it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He'll get this one to Galladay. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, 47. He's not going to get me. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. We're going to 53.
Right back to him on first down. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Kill.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. We're on a time to change things. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Winston. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of...
Intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Ready?
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Campbell making the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Open man, here's Foster. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Robert Foster, his second touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Prescott. He's got Fuller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense. Really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Right there. Go. 54. Hey, kill. Hey. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Kill.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm going to come back to you.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here we go. Mike 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike's 5'4". Watch the out. Then we're going to 53. Check 37.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's coming. We got time for we're going to 53.
15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out, or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now this throw caught left side. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Check three. Hey, alert three. Quick dash. Come.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Mike, go. Watch the run. Go to 54. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On second down, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Rush in. We're going to 53.
On first down, Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, here we go. 480. 54. Right, 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Jim. We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Vikings take over. Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last.
Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Prescott down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benardrick McKinney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 22-yard line.
There you go.
Tackles, tackle. Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
We're going to 54. Why? Watch out. Check Mike, 54. 26.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down. Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Strip that ball.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Looking to throw. Bowman. And he whips that one incomplete there. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 51's Mike. Mike 51. You're not ready.
Throwing on first down. Bowman. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Big Ed.
Under 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Hammond. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Bowman. And it's caught. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
Switch up, switch up. Shot 52. Check three, check three.
Watch the edge. Shoot.
Hey, hold.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's checking. Crash. Let's go. 52.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go. 19. Alert.
Check the backer.
Motion.
They'll run again with Love on first down. Oh, eluding the tackle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Allen's pass complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 20. First down.
95, Mike. 195.
From midfield, here's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Bowman. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Key, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Off the play fake. Bowman. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
At the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Check.
Now a give right side. Key. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Looking to throw. Bowman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. From the gun, Bowman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on 3rd down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bowman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schmidt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bowman going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. On 1st down, Key. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd down, Bowman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, D.
Back to throw. Bowman. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a 1st down.
Here we go.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st down, Bowman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
You don't want no problems with me.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check.
On 3rd down, Key. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Hey, here we go. Switch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Allen now to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third and long, it's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Corey Vedvik now set to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
We got this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll keep it on the ground. Key. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw. Bowman nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen. He's going to launch this thing way down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the run.
To the air, Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
On 1st down, here's Love. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Love again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He's credit. He's checking credit.
On 1st down, Key. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll keep it on the ground. Key. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Bowman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. His 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the motion.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
Here we go. Here we go. Time to go. Night.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Push him back. Push him back. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 50 go.
On 4th down, Bowman. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Mike. 53. Mike.
Hey, what's that? Pass.
Check 26. Check 20. 64. Weak.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off-play action. Bowman. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Exit, exit.
Hey, check Mike.
On first and 10, Bowman. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Tennessee, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a